Okay, so for our last card, you can see here's the background that we created at the start of the video. And I think that's come out really nicely, but we're just going to add a little bit more to this background. So we've got here our Woodwares dissolving mesh stencil. And what we're going to do is just create a little bit more texture over the top of it, and to do that we're going to be using this white ink pad here. So this is the Ranger pigment and this is the Glacier White. So this is brand new for me, this literally turned up this morning. So what we're going to do is then just put a little bit of this sort of dissolving on top. So I'm just going to grab a brush, let me just see make sure there's nothing, no colour on that one. So I'm just gonna hold this down. Actually, let's get on that, just in case. Just covered in embossing powder. So stick that one down. Our stencil on top, and let's see how this ink pad is. So we don't want a lot. Just want enough where, so the reason why I picked the white is so you can still see that sort of rainbow in the background, but it's just going to give it that nice little sort of bit of detail on it. I'm just actually doing it in sections. Let's see how that looks. So you can see that you can sort of just about sort of see the stencil. So let's just come down just a little bit. So there we have, so it's just adding some, like a little bit extra on to that background. So you can't see it too much, but like I said, I don't want it to sort of stand out too much. Let's just clean off our mat. So this is going to be the card that we use our brushes on. So let's just bring our brushes. What we're going to do, we're going to sort of lay them horizontally. We're going to have them sort of faces of one way and then the other. So again, let's bring back, or should we? Just wondering, should we have them flat? So just get my snips. So let's start with the red. So we can put one foam pad on the brush, and then we'll just we'll just cut the other foam pad in half. Okay, so let's pop down our red one first. Let's just make sure our cardstock is straight. And then so we're going to do the red in the red section. And we've got orange. We're going to get the yellow. So I have this one. Going that way. One on the handle. And while we're here, we just put the pads down for the pink one that's now going to go at the top. So this one is going to face up. Then we've got our blue. That one's going to face down. And then we've got our purple, which is going to go at the bottom. Ooh. So let's just move this out of the way. So you see there, we've got obviously a little bit more space sort of between the sort of red and the orange there, but I'm okay with that. So let's matte and layer this. Obviously you can see it because we've not used watercolour card. The colour sort of ran through to the underneath of our cardstock. So I let this just air dry, and then it sort of rippled a little bit. So I just, once it was dry, popped it under something heavy, and that meant then that it just kind of flattened it out. Let's just take back in, oh, card off. Get it off like that, and then we're just going to adhere that onto our black. There we go. So obviously make sure you've got that adhesive all the way around the outside, just so it doesn't sort of ripple up at all. Just make sure that's nice and stuck down. And then we'll stick this to our card base, so we'll get it the right way up. And that is that finished card. So again, it just needs a sentiment on it, or you can just leave it exactly how it is. That's completely up to you. And then we've got one brush just left over. So let's bring in our other cards that we've made. And I think they just look really, really smart. I think doing them in the rainbow and then having them in the rainbow sequence, I think really just kind of sets it off nicely. And yeah, I just think that it sort of adds something a little bit different. And again, I think my favourite is probably using these brushes like blending brushes. And we've kind of done a bit of a blending background just to make it sort of fit in with that theme a little bit. And also we've got sort of the little white bits at the top and the bottom, which I think just sort of finish it off nicely. So here's a closer image of the card that we produced in this video, but if you do want to check out the videos for the other two cards I've made, then I'll pop a link up in the corner. So like I said, I really love the way this card's come out, and again, we've just put a really simple sentiment on here. Now, I was planning to have this card as a portrait style, but I've turned it into a landscape because I couldn't quite fit the sentiment on there how I wanted to. But again, I think it looks really nice. I think you've just got those few little spots in the background where we use the white ink pad, and I think that just sort of finishes off the background really nicely. But again, a really easy, simple background to make, and we've just got that repeating stamped image where we've just sort of used the rainbow colours just to kind of finish it off. So again, it's real simple card to make. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below, especially if you want to see more videos like this one. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any future videos. Thanks very much for watching, and happy crafting.